Alrighty. Okay. Not that it makes a difference because it's just us anyway. So yeah, you're on video now officially in bed. Alrighty, guys. So oil camp is going to be awesome. I'm super stoked about it. It's basically a extra support and training for after we've enrolled people and then they get their kits and then they're lost with what to do. And they may or may not take us up on the wellness calls, but this is something that's fun that they do on their time. It's literally about 15 to 20 minutes a day of them needing to be interactive with it. So it's not a lot at all, yet it's going to get them using every single one of their oils, giving them a DIY with every single one of their top 10 oils, and just a little bit of extra knowledge too. So what we're going to start with is obviously Oil Camp 101. There is 201, which gets into more stuff and actually talks a bit about with the business side too. So that's something we can kind of, once people have like finished 101, we'll jot them in a list and we'll get to doing the 201s as well. But I just want to kind of like, we'll get a couple nailed down of the 101s just to make sure that we're all good with it. So it's a bigger group that's done this, and then Megan Terzis bought it for our team, and then we've just been able to like kind of share it from her. So we can't interact as much because you're only supposed to 6 people, and I think there's more than that now. So we have another leader, so Rachel McKenzie. Her and her team have done like 3 rounds of it already. She just wanted to nail it out right from last fall, and amazing. She said it's the best interaction, best engagement from people. Yeah, like you're getting the ones that really want to learn. And then with it all, she said the LRP rate then afterwards, because people are finally actually using their oils, then that is picked up too. So I think, retention, like LRPs are one thing across the board. We all have to, pick up on that one. So this I thought is going to be perfect to get us all really knowing, like honing in on who's really being good with their oils or who will be good with them. So what I did was I broke it down. So we've, in total, it sounds crazy. In total, there is 21 videos. So it's not as bad, and you're not doing all of them, so don't worry. Oh, there she is.
My phone glitched out.
Oh, is it back on?
Kaylee.
Hey, hon. Assuming she's getting volume going. So what it's going to be is it's going to be us 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, sorry. Well, 5 with Megan. Hey, Kaylee.
Hi.
We're recording anyway. I didn't really say much to begin with. Hey, Walker. So 21 videos total. How it gets broken down is there's going to be a Meet Your Coaches video, and I just thought we could all do it on a Zoom. We'll make sure to find a day that it works. We can have that recorded, have it all set up, and then we plug them into that. And then we're going to go into like a little orientation. So I'll do the orientation, and then we're going to break down with the top 10 between all of us. So instead of trying to figure out who was going to do what, I kind of took it upon myself to think of what people may be strong with just what, I know that you guys use things for, and that too. So I'm gonna take over Peppermint and Deep Blue. Kristen, I've got you down for Frankincense and Easy Air. We've got here. Megan's gonna do Lavender and On Guard. Diana, I've got you doing Lemon and Zengest. And you get a little extra responsibility, if you want to say, because with Zengest, just lightly touching on Terrazyme and PB Assist as well. But yeah, majorly Zengest is obviously. And then Kaylee got tea tree because the DIY is an owie spray, so I thought you could get the kids involved with that one, which would be kind of good. And oregano, because I know you're good with cooking and using your oils that way too.
face.
So we'll go into more detail about that afterwards. But what this is going to do is they say basically that our videos, all they need to be per video is just 2 to 4 minutes. So not long at all. We don't want to overwhelm them. Again, the longest video they're going to get is between the Meet the Coaches and then the orientation one. The rest are just going to be little ones. They suggest for the little videos with us. So the first one's going to be, you're going to do your personal usage for like what you love about your top 10 oil that you have. So key things they say, keep videos very conversational. So again, as if you're talking at a class, not that you're all formal and everything. Don't worry about all that. Let it be real. They said focus again, and this is something that I've been really, trying to hone in on, but really making it about them. We're going to tell our personal stories, but again, like focusing on how it's going to help for an array of things. First, we want to share as well about a quick little tip of why they should be switching to the natural version. So if you're talking about like a normal, like Purell hand sanitizer, discussing about, what's in it that isn't good for us, and then get into, like the DIY is hand sanitizer with On Guard. So you're kind of like touching on both. And then, tell a little story about how you use it yourself, and use any props you can. So get the pets, get the kids, get, anything you need in there, any sort of props whatsoever that's going to help you out. Just again, make it seem really, really lifelike. So that's kind of what we want to do with it, is make it as easy as what they're going to be doing with their oils. We're just showing them exactly that. With it. So and again, you guys know me, I'm not a techie person. But what they say to do is with everybody downloading their videos on their Google Drive, and then we can be able to share everything. So I've got that going. I've got all the steps if you guys need help on doing that. So you can just literally record your video, even like again on your phone, and then be able to just upload it into the drive, and then we can share. So that makes it a little easier for the videos. Cool thing is these videos, we don't have to do every single time. We do these once, and then let's say if we ever, like if someone's going to be away or something, we might swap out a coach with another one and kind of mix it up, just to give everybody's team a good chance to kind of lead this. And so then we'll just like plug in new videos from the new person that's going to be there. So I kept it to smaller numbers of coaches, just because I want them to really get to know all of our faces. If we're just in there for one video and we had like 20 different coaches, it won't really help out. I don't think it's going to help our team. So I think the smaller group's going to be good. What else did I want to say about it? Okay, so with some deadlines, or dates, I should say, not deadlines. But what I'm thinking, because we need, so this is going to run for 2 weeks. And again, it sounds crazy, but don't worry. I'm going to take over the majority of the posting and stuff. It's going to be about I think there's 4 posts a day, 4 to 6 posts a day that people are going to get. And I'll kind of plug them in. Basically, what your guys' job is going to be is making the videos, getting them plugged in. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have every couple days, we're going to have 2 different sets of coaches. So out of you 4, we're going to pair you up. And what the assistant coaches do is they go in and are basically commenting on everybody's post. So let me back up a little bit with that. Because it's a matter of a lot of that type of homework, if you want to say, they suggest only having about 15 to 20 people per camp. So Rachel, when she did her first one, had like 65 people or something, because she thought, oh, well, we have all these people we have to make up for, which, trust me, that totally goes through my head too. But when it comes down to the fact of your like commenting on everything, calculating points, and I'll explain that a little bit more, the point system, and then with the prizes afterwards, it's a lot. So they suggest 15 to 20. So what I thought is, if each of us invite 5 people, and then some obviously won't be able to make it, some won't be able to, or don't want to be a part of it. So then I'm hoping we'll get down to probably maybe 4 each, and then we've got our 20. and we'll try that for the first go, and then we'll use it be a little trial run, and we'll see where it goes from there. So they do have a script for an email to invite, so I'll get that to you guys as well. It's through Eventbrite that they register as well. So Allie, who is Megan Terz's assistant, what she's going to do is she's going to get all that basically done for me. And then we've got the link, and then we just plug that in with the email to everybody. But this is really where you guys, I want you guys to take a bit of time and look through your back offices and figure out who those key people would be. Maybe pick out, 6 or 7 in case a couple can't make it, but ones that, again, either have had their top 10 kits for a while and they're not using it to their full extent, or your newest ones, because ideally we want to get to the fact where we're just doing this. I'm thinking every like 3-4 months, so quarterly, plugging in all of our new people to that camp. So we want to kind of really keep, once they get their oils, get them into the soonest camp and go from there. So don't forget about your newest people, but reach back to a couple of your previous ones who you think really could use this, because they would benefit a lot more from oils if they knew how to use them better. So think about that kind of over the weekend. The videos, I'm going to give you a bit of time. If I can have them all in by March 11th. So it's the start of the March break, so it doesn't interact or interfere with things kind of that way. But if you guys can get me those videos by March 11th, and then I'm going to make sure the Eventbrite is all set up, and I'm meeting with Allie again later that week, and then we're going to get all the invites out probably the 14th or 15th. So with this, we're going to run the camp starting March 25th, and then it'll go, the way it works is it starts on Sunday, we do the little orientation video and whatnot, and then it starts right on the Monday, goes to the Saturday, and then the Sunday is just one gratitude post. And then on the Monday again, it starts back up to the Saturday again. So it's the 2 weeks, and that's why, unfortunately, I had to wait for that, because we're gone next week, and then we've just got the 1 week of March break, and then leadership's the next week. So I tried to see if we could cram it into 1 week, and Rachel was like, no, there's way too much stuff. So I figure, okay, this will give us time to do our videos, get everything set up, and then we'll run it from March 25th on for those 2 weeks. So you guys have some time, so don't feel too pressured or anything. But that's why I wanted to just talk now and kind of give you a good rundown. And then I was thinking that we could have another Zoom on the weekend, maybe like the 8th, 9th or whatever, or the 9th, 10th. I guess it would be that weekend at some point. And we can, if you guys need help with the Google Drive or anything to be able to upload those, we can go through that as well. So with the point system, so how it works is there are, let me get out our notes here on it. So the whole idea again is then, the biggest thing is them commenting as well as doing their little projects, if you want to call them. So they have it where they have to comment for more than 1 word, obviously. For each comment, the person gets 3 points. And this is so I'm going to go through with all the points. You guys don't worry about that. I'm going to do the posting and I'm going to do the points. You guys are just going to be doing the commenting and your videos. Okay. And then obviously pipe in at any point for people, that But what this is going to be good is somebody from Diana's team will not know Kristen, but Kristen's going to be messaging them, but you never know, like that could make a really good connection, that next person, next thing we know, they're all over like the emotions and oils because of Kristen's focus, little things like that. So this will really help to expand all of our teams. And you guys know the team effort is just my favorite part. So I think this is going to be good. So for every comment they make, they get 3 points. For doing the daily challenge, they get 5 points. And those daily challenges can simply be open your bottle of On Guard, put a drop in your hand, and inhale. So like super simple. And then at the end of the day, if they've done, or at the end of, is it the day? Oh yeah. So at the end of the day, if they've commented on every post and done the daily challenge, they get bonus points of 10 points. So it's really easy to get a lot of points, which is what we want, and people want free stuff. So, and then every once in a while, there's what they call an extra miler challenge, which just gives them another chance to get ahead with a few more points too. So again, it's a lot of interaction with them, but that's what we want. And this is going to pick out the ones that really do want to use their oil. So it works for them, but it works for us too with our teams. And then, so when it comes to the prizes, so they will have the first week to be able to comment on everything. Just in case somebody can't get to the post for a couple days, we're going to give the first week that entire time for them to comment, and then I'll calculate on the Sunday week one's points. So, and then week one closes off, so they can't add anything. And same with the second one. And then, so how it works with the prizes, we've got bronze, silver, gold, and a grand prize. If they have done 70 to 79% of all of their little actions, they fit into the bronze section, which Rachel suggested doing for those people a prize that's just like under 10 PV. So something small, anything's better than nothing. Obviously, when people do this, everyone's trying to win the grand prize. So if they get something out of it, then that's good. And then for silver is going to be 80 to 89%. And gold is 90 to 100%. And then the grand prize is obviously the person who has the most. If there happens to be a tie, then we just do a draw for it. So the points again, so it'll be, so bronze is going to be like a 10 PV prize, silver probably about a 20 PV prize, and gold 30 PV. And then the grand prize is going to be bigger, which I'll cover that one. And then throughout, since we're all going to have even numbers in there, the way Rachel suggested to like disperse responsibility, and that is out of our people, if they're the ones who get into those categories, that we cover those prizes. So again, we don't want to make it much because we don't need to break the bank on this. This is, supposed to help. We'll try this that first way, or the first round, and we'll see how that goes. And then we can always change up, anything about the prizes or anything like that if need be. So yeah, that kind of covers the gist of what it is. And I know that's a lot of information. It really is broken down very easy. They have done it with every download, every picture, every post, everything is on there. So for me to do this, like I'm excited for it just for the fact it's gonna, I don't know, you guys know me and techie stuff isn't good. So this is going to be out of my comfort zone, but I like it because I want to get better with that. So this will be good. And again, basically you guys with your topics, a 2 to 4 minute on your personal usage for that oil and what you love about it and all those things. And then the next is going to be a 2 to 4 minute on a DIY. So like I said, if you need, I'll put in the comments what everybody's doing again.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, of course. I was just going to say that.
So 2 to 4 minute, just one video for like a personal introduction kind of thing, or personal info usage on my 2 oils. Am I doing 1 2 to 4 minute on both, or each oil?
Each one. So everyone's gonna do a total of 4 videos. Perfect. And each video is gonna be 2 to 4 minutes.
Gotcha.
Okay, so 2 to 4 on on just your personal usage. 2 to 4 on the DIY, there's your 1 oil done, and then 2 to 4 and 2 to 4. And I've kind of spaced it out, so it's not like somebody sees, like you're not like your 4 videos right away, like everyone's pretty spaced out pretty good.
Perfect. Thanks, babe.
Yeah, no problem. Any other questions? I know that was a lot of rambling I did.
Okay, so just for the prizes, there's bronze, silver,
yep,
and grand prize? Is that?
That's exactly. So bronze, silver, gold, and grand prize. Yep. So 1 grand prize winner.
We each have to come up with those 3 prizes.
So what I thought was if we all kind of, let's brainstorm and think of some of those PV point prizes that might be good. And then when we do another call on that weekend, the 9th or 10th, maybe we can powwow and figure out, like, kind of everybody agree on what would be best for those point levels. And then don't worry about ordering ahead for anything, because we'll wait and see how many of our own teammates fall into those categories of winning for how much we need to get that way.
So I only have to buy the prize for bronze, silver, gold. How do we contribute to the grand prize in any way?
Nope. I'll do the grand prize. I'll do all that. And then, so let's say let's say your mom, Kristen, let's say your mom comes into it.
Yep.
And she's one of our bronze winners. You're going to cover that 10 PV gift for her. Let's
Gotcha.
say you've got somebody that, say you've got 2 of your people that hit gold, then you're going to cover those 2 gold ones. But we can kind of decide as a group what we think those point level prizes should be. And
Gotcha.
again, it doesn't have to be anything big. Like, I'm thinking even like, like the, maybe for a bronze prize, like the little travel keychain, or it could be something as simple as like a 5 ml wild orange. We know those are cheaper and whatnot. Even like a lip balm or whatever you guys want to do with it. We can pick that out. Like nothing's set, so we can decide. And then after this first one, we'll know if we were like, okay, a lot of people contributed, so this, the cost was too much. We can knock it down even more.
But I also think too, I can see the potential if a lot of people are contributing and really engaging, it's only going to reflect in hopefully them doing LRP or just like totally ordering one of everything on their next order. So I can totally see how it's worth it for me to invest in a 30 PV prize if all of my people get gold.
That's exactly, because
Yeah.
that they're engaged, so they're going to be using more, and therefore the best way we know to reorder is going to be through LRP.
Yeah.
So that's exactly. And we actually touch on a little bit on one of the days with LLV in one of the posts. So that's all figured out already. No one has to do that one, but that'll be a good thing too, because obviously the more people we can get that way, the better. And it's an easy LRP then. So yeah, like it's very, I'm going to see if I can get all you guys added to the one that Rachel did. So she's added me, and I'm not sure if I can add you guys. I want to get her permission first, just so you can see exactly how it runs. But it's great. They suggest doing it as an event. Rachel suggested doing it as a group, because then we can do some of, again, the scheduling and all that stuff. And just a little bit easier, which I'm good with that. Easier the better.
Yeah.
So yeah, like it really sounds like a lot. And when you go through it, the prep stuff is the most, but that's what I'm taking charge of. And then what we'll do is when you guys get to be like, again, they say once you get to be about a gold, that's kind of a good time where you're going to have enough leaders to take over yourself with it and then do it with your own leaders. So I think we'll touch on, and everybody who will get everybody, like you guys, and then like your elite leaders, we'll get them doing it here and there. So then by the time when you guys get to that point, they're going to be pros already, and you guys will be able to hammer it out super easy afterwards.
Yeah.
I think this first time is probably going to be the hardest, just because everyone's figuring it out. But like I said, afterwards, we can keep the same videos and just be able to change up a little bit with coaches, and then run this. I'm thinking quarterly, I think would be good, just because, again, for that amount, for our entire team to have 15 to 20 enrollments in 3 months is good. And again, we want to try to get as many of those newbies in as possible. So I think the biggest struggle in this one is going to be figuring out who the best ones are for it.
Yeah.
I was looking at my list of stuff and going back, and I'm like, okay, November, let's go back, and figure out. But I'm like, shit, it's going to be tough to pinpoint. So, have a couple extras in case people can't, and then you can toss that out and then, get that in, and we'll see. And let's say if we get the invites out and it's a couple days before and we all just have 2 people that can make it, well, we'll be picking some other people in last minute invites just to try. But we'll try to get that.
It'll be awesome quarterly too, because you can really kind of, almost tie in some of your DIY videos for the oils depending on the season too, right? Or really engage them that way.
Yep. So
get relatable.
Yeah. That's exactly back to school stuff, or cleaning, or all of those. That's exactly.
Totally. Sweet. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Rachel's pretty honest about stuff. So when she's good with doing something, I know it's a good thing.
Yeah.
So I hope I can, I'll be able to direct you guys, well enough with this. Again, Kristen is a very good one for you guys to know with computer stuff and all that too. So she might be a good one for help of different things. But again, take the video on your phone. They did suggest if you're doing it on your phone, do it horizontally, not vertically. I don't remember the reason. I just wrote that down to let you guys know. So it probably, I don't know, comes out bigger, clearer, something like that.
Definitely.
See, there we go. That's why we love her. Just trying to see if there's anything. Oh yeah. So they said to definitely batch it out. So day you've got, your hair's on point, you got your makeup going, sit down and do your 4 videos. Just hammer them out. Kaylee, when you've got some time, maybe without the kids right there, or maybe with one of them again, if you want to incorporate, but just get them all. She was like, maybe switch your shirt up midway or something if you want. But, and she was like, try to make, if you're in the kitchen, obviously that your counters are cleaned off and still want it to look good. You don't want to look like a complete hot mess, for these. But
this?
It's working. It's working.
I can do my video. I love frankincense.
I'd be like, who is this crackhead I'm learning from? Oh, too funny. But yeah, so just, whatever. I'll probably do a little bit in here when I do my deep blue, and then maybe one, sitting out on the couch, my other office. Oops. Oh, okay. We've got 10 minutes left. Sorry. There we go. Okay. Chris is back. Anyway, guys, okay, that's pretty much, I think, all I wanted to say. I'll talk with Rachel. She's actually down in Disney World, but I'm going to send her a message and see if it's okay if I add you guys to it so you can get a good idea of how the videos kind of are run and how the whole process goes. But other than that, does anyone have any questions? Is there anything right now?
I just want to make sure I'm frank and easier.
You're frank and easier. Yes, you are. And they have, so you're frank. That's why I thought perfect with a personal story.
Yeah.
They gave an example of like a soothing
On your back.
for your frankincense, like a DIY.
Ooh.
So that could be good. So I didn't see a download picture for that one, like the Owie spray for tea tree oil. They have an actual image. So Kaylee, I've taken that screenshot and I'll send you that. The other one they had was for the On Guard. But that was different. Maybe they were tossing in a couple different ones too. But yeah, kind of like, I don't know, Kristen, like a soothing salve you could do with the Frank.
I'm not done yet.
Could
I
be.
can definitely research a few too and see, like, I can kind of be free with it, right? Or do I have to do something? Is it already kind of thought out?
For these ones, no, because when I look, so they give all the downloads.
Are you talking to the one?
For the videos. And they didn't actually, like, they had pictures for the Owie spray. Like, it was more like just an image of the recipe.
Yeah.
And that's all it was. So they didn't even have Frank's on there. So
Is that plain?
I think he can be pretty open with it. Yeah.
Good morning.
No, the one thing
Plain.
with the Easy Air is doing like a steam tent. So I think that would be a good one because we know that's really good for the sinuses. So that I think would be a good one to do for Easy Air. I like the Owie spray because it ties in again with the kids. For the Zen Jess, Diana, they suggested like a your little first aid DIY kit. They might have a few things.
One in my purse.
Yeah, that's exactly. So that's perfect. What else did they do? Lemon, they did for like a cleaning, you could do like a counter spray or something like that, something easy with your lemon. And then they didn't have specifically cooking, Kaylee. They just said a cooking DIY for it. So if you're doing spaghetti sauce one night or something like that, maybe. And then they did for the deep blue. They had for the DIY. They called it a light blue DIY. Like I had never heard of this before. And then they had a picture of it, and it was deep blue and frankincense. And I'm like, okay, all right. I'll never heard of it, whatever. But so yeah, if you guys have other ideas too, by all means, it's going to be probably the easiest way to use it, like the most common that the majority of people will probably want to use that oil just to like, you know, please a bunch of people at once. But if you guys have some other ideas, I'm totally open for that too.
Amazing.
Okay. Perfect. Alrighty. Well, we can, I'll end this recording and then I'm going to send it to Megan just to, so she can see a little bit more. She couldn't make it on today, but I did speak with her yesterday about things. So I think she'll be okay, with stuff. So that's good. And, okay, I'm just going to stop recording.